You know, guys, the spokesperson of the president is a gift that keeps on giving. I like Vincent Magwenya because every time he speaks, Ramaphosa gets in trouble. That's the only reason why I like him. But if I was the president of the country, there's absolutely no way that I would have somebody like Vincent Magwenya. I wouldn't trust Vincent Magwenya to look after my dog. So, as the president, why would I trust Vincent Magwenya with my reputation? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But as a South African, what I like is that every time Vincent Magwenya speaks, Ramaphosa gets in trouble. You remember the last time when people were outraged about the national dialogue? The spokesperson of the presidency went on radio, SAFM to be exact, and he said that South Africans are the ones that came with the idea of the national dialogue, not the president. I couldn't believe I couldn't believe that this is what the whole spokesperson of the president is saying. Because if South Africans are the ones that came with the idea of the national dialogue, then why would the same South Africans be outraged with the idea of the national dialogue? Why would South Africans be on social media? Why would South Africans call on radio? Why would South Africans make video saying that we do not want the national dialogue? We don't want the government to spend 700 million rands sitting down with the celebrities speaking about the issues that are facing us as the country. We actually want a government that works for us, because we understand that these people, they know for a fact what the people of this country are going through. It's just that there is no political will to deal with any of the issues that we are facing today. But none of these people can stand there and claim not to understand the issues that are facing this country. They know very well these issues that are facing this country, but because this country is such a corrupt country, these people are taking advantage of that. This is what is happening right now. So why would the spokesperson of the president say that the idea of the national dialogue, it was our idea, when we as South Africans were rejecting the national dialogue? And I knew that no, Vincent Magwenya is not to be trusted. Is not to be trusted. I mean, yesterday, this guy, he went on national television and confirmed the rumors from social media that the president's house is not far from the house of Morgan Maumela. As a president, guys, I wouldn't want my spokesperson to go on national television and tell the people of the country that I'm governing, that I live near a man that has been accused of destroying Tembisa Hospital. I wouldn't want that. If I was the president, I would say, yeah, these people are just talking about this thing on social media. It is just rumors there on social media. Do not address it, because once you address it, you are now giving these statements power. And this is what Vincent Magwenya did. He told the South Africans. I don't know how these people think, and I don't know why would anybody say that the president, the house of the president is not far from the house of Maumela. And it was him trying to defend Ramaphosa, not realizing that he's actually throwing Ramaphosa under the bus. Because one of the things, again, that Vincent Magwenya said is that the president always walk past this house every time. The convoy of the president drives here almost every time. So the president is quite familiar with this space. I mean, Vincent Magwenya, it does not sound good. It does not sound good. And this is not what you should be saying if you want to cover the backside of the president. This is not what you should be saying. Because now people are saying, wait a minute, Ramaphosa is the uncle of Hangwani Maumela. And in 2022, John Steenhuisen confronted Ramaphosa about the tender that Maumela got. And Ramaphosa said that he does not know Maumela. But now we are also learning that the president is there outside the home of the same man that he claimed not to know. This story is funny because it went from the president denying ever knowing this person, flatly denying to ever knowing this person. And if it wasn't for those people that did the investigations to look into the relations of the president and Maumela, we wouldn't know that the president once married the auntie of Maumela. We wouldn't know of that. So shout out to the people that actually did those research, because they kept on saying that President Ramaphosa is the uncle of Hangwana Maumela. They kept on saying that. And these people tried to ignore that. But South Africans said, wait a minute, are you telling us that a person that has actually stolen near R1 billion in Tembisa is the nephew of Ramaphosa? Are you guys telling us that? Now we see Ramaphosa standing outside the house of Maumela, and they are just telling us that, no, the president was just taking a walk. Fine, let's say the president is just taking a walk. Where is the security detail of the president? Where's the security detail of the president? And for these people to claim that the president has no relation with Maumela, it is absurd. I mean, just listen to this.
And so the president maintains that he has no personal relationship with Maumela. He is not related to him, except he was once married to his aunt many years ago.
So how can you say that you are not related to somebody that you have married their aunt? I married the aunt of somebody, then I claim that I am not related with that person, and I also claim that I do not know this person. Guys, once you are related, you are related. Once you are related, you are related. And maybe this is when Ramaphosa actually got to meet this Hangwana Maumela guy. Now we know that Ramaphosa and Maumela, they started their thievery after the marriage of, after Ramaphosa has actually married the aunt of Maumela. And that is when their relationship started. This is what I want to say. This is when their relationship started. When Ramaphosa married the aunt of Maumela, the relationship of Ramaphosa and Maumela started. At least we know where the relationship started. Now we need to know what these people have actually done together. This is what we need to know now. So the president was in parliament, and he's trying. I mean, like, he's trying his level best to explain to South Africans that, guys, this is not what it looks like. And do not trust your eyes. I know what you guys saw, but do not trust your eyes.
Yes, this matter has occupied the headlines for quite a number of days now.
Yes.
My spokesperson, Mr. Vincent Magwenya, addressed the media yesterday in response to what they say was a video and a photograph. And he focused on that, and he explained what is my relationship.
And by the way, guys, we will go back to this clip of Ramaphosa. By the way, the spokesperson of the president also tried to paint this picture that if it wasn't for Thibaut Touch stopping the president, then the president wouldn't be in this mess. Like, this is what they literally insinuated, that Thibaut Touch is the one that stopped the president outside of the house of Maumela to ask for pictures. And if it wasn't for him, the president wouldn't be in this mess. If I was not Thomas Mabaso, I would actually say that these people are trying to throw Thibaut Touch under the bus. And I hope Thibaut Touch understands that now we are talking about whether he actually stopped the president on his way. Because now this is a question that we are interested in. Guys, Thibaut Touch, where did you meet the president? Was the president just walking, or the president just coming out of the home of Maumela? Understand that everything that you are saying right now, it is under oath. They are throwing Thibaut Touch under the bus.
And so we do note the ongoing desperate attempt from some quarters of the media and others on social media to continue perpetuating this falsehood and seeking to link the president to this gentleman. We've gone further to even obtain confirmation from Thibaut Touch that the video and pictures formed part of his original post. He was coming from the airport, he says, going to the Saxon Hotel with Bishop Noel Jones. At the time, I'm informed that this house was under construction.
So Tibotaj needs to understand that he is also kind of implicated in this mess. He's also kind of implicated in this mess because I don't think this is a story that is going away anytime soon. And I think more is actually going to come. And if I was Tibotaj, I wouldn't appreciate the spokesperson of the presidency saying that I'm the one that stopped the president, because now I have to confirm to South Africans that yes, I stopped the president. But then what happens if South Africans actually find out that Ramaphosa was inside the house of Maumela, or all of them, they were inside the house of Maumela? Then now Tibotaj is mixed with all of this nonsense. So I wouldn't appreciate it if I was Tibotaj. I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. I wouldn't appreciate it, man. Because it sounds like they are shifting the blame to him. That, man, Tibotaj, man, if it wasn't for Tibotaj, man, Tibotaj is the one that stopped the president, man. If it wasn't for him, maybe let's say that Tibotaj was not there, man. Like, nobody could have taken the picture of Ramaphosa outside the house of Maumela. This is what they are making it sound like. And I hope that Tibotaj is aware of what the politicians are doing.
Over to you, Honorable President.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Yes, this matter has occupied the headlines for quite a number of days now. My spokesperson, Mr. Vincent Magwenya, addressed the media yesterday.
And guys, I don't know why Ramaphosa is not giving the independent media their credit, because they are the ones that actually kept this story alive. We are the ones that actually kept the story alive. The last time the last time the mainstream media reported about Maumela and the president, or the last time the media reported about Maumela, it was when they reported about the SIU raiding the home of Maumela. The mainstream media is not hitting on these relations of Maumela and Ramaphosa. So Ramaphosa and his team, they are replying because of the pressure that is coming from social media and because of the pressure that is coming from the independent media. So what are they talking about when they talk about the headlines? Because we, the independent media, we are the ones that actually kept the story alive. The mainstream media, no, man, the mainstream media didn't do anything on this story. They hardly speak about Ramaphosa and Maumela in the same sentence. They hardly do. The mainstream media, the same mainstream media that is saying that Maumela is a tycoon, that is standing outside the house of Maumela and admiring this house, and it's such a beautiful house, when they know for a fact that that house was actually built with the money that was meant to help the people of this country. The same mainstream media that is not calling the criminals what they are, which are criminals, that says that these people are business people or tycoons. No, man. Ramaphosa must give the credit where the credit is due.
Yes, this matter has occupied the headlines for quite a number of days now. My spokesperson,
Yes,
Mr. Vincent Magwenya, addressed the media yesterday in response to what they say was a video and a photograph. And he focused on that, and he explained what is my relationship or at all with this person. Now, 47 years ago, I got married to his father's sister, his aunt. We divorced 43 years ago. And when I said to Honorable Steenhuisen in 2022, when he asked whether I knew him, I said I did not know him because I had never encountered him, I had never seen him, and that was gospel true.
why is she nodding? Like, yes, yes.
Now, later in 2023, As I was walking in the street in my neighborhood,
Yes.
I walked past a house, as Mr. Magwenya said. I'm now promoting him to a minister. As Mr. Magwenya said yesterday, I was walking in a street where I usually walk, and even this morning, coming here, my convoy drives past that house.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, these people are like, I don't know why they take this line as the line of defense, because this is one line that actually throws them under the bus. Even if it was true, but saying it makes it look bad. Guys, I'm talking about the optics here. Saying it makes you look bad.
There are two entrances to where I live, or three, and it is the thoroughfare, the way where we drive and where I also walk. So in 2023, I was walking, as Mr. Magwenya said, with one of my colleagues who was my then advisor, who's now a deputy minister, taking a walk in the morning. And I often say, when people say, we want to meet you, Mr. President, I said, no, come at 6 o'clock, come and walk with me. And then you will have me for an hour and a half as we do our 10-kilometer walk or so. So I was walking with Mr. Sibia, and as we were walking past a house which I saw in construction for quite a while, and I kept asking, whose house is this? It is a massive house. And I wanted to know whose house it is, and I never got the information. So walking there, a car comes past, and I always mispronounce this person's name, Thibaut Touch or something like that. He gets out of the car with another gentleman. He wants to talk to me, to photograph, and all that. So we stop. And now we are against the wall of this massive house. And that's where the photograph happens and the video. So then the allegation is the person who was in the photograph is Maumela. It was not Maumela.
No, nobody said that the person in the photograph was Maumela. Ramaphosa, do not try to distract the people. Nobody said, absolutely nobody said anybody in that photograph or the video was Maumela. Nobody.
It was Mr. Thibaut Touch and Mr. Jones from the United States, I later learned. So there was this brouhaha that, yes, I visit his home on a regular basis and so forth. I can say I walk past that house when I go on my walks. Now, in 2024, so it should be known, because Mr. Magwenya only focused on this photograph. In 2024, I am walking on that same street, and a person comes out of this house and he greets me. And as I often meet people, I ask them, who are you? He says, I am Hangwani Maumela.
So guys, do you see what the president is doing right now? The president now realizes that, okay, this thing is going to blow over. And chances are, South Africans are going to learn about my meeting with Maumela in 2024. So I might as well come out and tell South Africans that I have met Maumela in 2024. So now he's honestly trying to cover himself, because he understands that he understands that we would have found out that they met in 2024 and it was gonna be another scandal. So now he's saying that, guys, I cannot afford another scandal. I'm simply gonna come out and tell South Africans that I have met Maumela, even though I'm gonna make it look like it was just him working outside of the house while I was doing my walk, because everything around the life of Ramaphosa is nothing but a big coincidence. I would make it look like that. But I'm going to tell these people that I've met Maumela in 2024, because I understand how deep this story goes. So if Ramaphosa actually met Maumela in 2024, why didn't the spokesperson of the president say that yesterday? Because he gave a lengthy press conference about the relation or the lack of Ramaphosa and Maumela.
who are you? He says, I am Hangwani Maumela. And that's how he introduces himself to me. And I say, so you are the Maumela who is putting my name into disrepute. And he smiles away. And now I've encountered this person, and I walk away, and I walk to my home. And then in 2024, on the 26th of December, I am walking with my daughter, who loves walking too, on the same street.
Nah, guys. Nah, guys. No, guys. No, guys. All of these coincidences. No, guys. No.
Loves walking too, on the same street. And there, this young
I mean, even the president knows that this story of his, it sounds ridiculous. He's even laughing at himself because he knows that this story sounds ridiculous, because now all of my alibis have to be about me walking past this house of Maumela. He's laughing at himself.
on the same street. And there, this young man comes out and he says, hello, Ramaphosa. My mother is here. Can you say hello to her? And I say, who is she? He says, it's Mboneni Maumela. Now, when I was at school in Papuli High School with my then wife, Hope Mudau, his brother.
So now we need the daughter of Ramaphosa to confirm what her father is saying. Now, we need Tibotage to confirm to us if he's the one that actually stopped the president. And we need the daughter of the president to confirm if the president, what he's saying is actually true. And we need Noel Jones that was with Tibotage. And we need this guy that is working with the president. All of them, they need to be on the stand.
Mother is here. Can you say hello to her? And I say, who is she? He says, it's Mboneni Maumela. Now, when I was at school in Papuli High School with my then wife, Hope Mudau, her brother was also there. And later I got to know that this Mboneni and this my wife's brother, my former wife's brother, they hooked up, and as they hooked up, they had a child. And this is now Hangwani Maumela, whom I did not know. But I know his mother because we were at school together. So he says, my mother.
Guys, he's even laughing. You see those small chuckles? He's even laughing.
Because we were at school together. So he says, my mother is here. Can you say hello to her? And she is coming out of the yard towards the main gate. And then she's wearing a gown, a morning gown. And I immediately say, I can't allow her to come into the street with a morning gown. And I go towards the gate and I greet her. And I say, how are you? How have you been? That's the sum total of it all. And I walk away. Now, when I walk around, I'm often greeted by people. One time I was walking in the street in Parkhurst. And as I was walking, here comes a man with his two children. And he says, Mr. President, can we take a photograph with you? And I say, no, that's fine. I pose, they take a picture. Little did I know that he is going to send a message on the street WhatsApp group which said, "The president is walking in our street." So I continue walking. I see people coming out and greeting. But then the reason I mention this is that there is a woman who opens the gate, closed gate of her yard. She's got 2 children. She says, "Mr. President, can I take a picture of you and my children?" But she's wearing a morning gown. I don't want her to come into the street. So I move towards the gate, slightly inside the gate, so that she can take a picture. So this is what often happens to me. I'm going to write a book about my morning encounters with South Africans, because some of them are quite interesting and exciting. So this is how this Maumela fellow then gets into this whole drama, because his aunt, who is my former wife of 47 years ago, is his aunt. And he is really not my relative as such.
He is, man. He is. And again, man, what the president is basically telling us, guys, on the serious note, what the president is telling us here is that he is available to have conversations. But if you don't live in the suburbs of Sandton, unfortunately, you can't meet the president. Because if these works of the president were as genuine as he is portraying them, why don't the president go to the townships and do the works so that he can speak with the people? Why don't the president go to the farms and do the works so that he can speak with the people? I don't know if he's actually realizing it, but this is a picture that he's painting. That, you know, like I'm so accessible to the people. I am so accessible to the people. They are coming to me with their morning gowns. They are coming to me with their children. But what he's not realizing is that he's saying that he is more accessible to these people that are in the suburbs. What about the rest of the country? What about the rest of the country? Because we don't know where the president is. We don't know where, if the president is still in the country or outside the country. We don't know if Njimotera is our president or not. The people cannot access the president, and it seems like what the people are complaining about on the ground, it does not actually get to the president. And this is a picture that is painting. I mean, that's why, guys, I'm saying that the PR of these people, man, it is horrible. The company that is doing the PR for these people is horrible. Because every time when they try to defend the president, they are actually landing him into more trouble. I like that PR. I wouldn't want it for myself if I was the president, but for Ramaphosa, I like it. But this is what they are doing. Just listen to him telling us how he's so accessible, taking pictures, smiling, kissing, and hugging in the suburbs of Sandton. And people are crying on the ground. They are shouting that Ramaphosa, please hear us as the people of this country. We are suffering. This is a ticking time bomb. It's only a matter of time before something big happens in this country. I mean, young people like us are now subjected to doing these platforms because of the frustration that is happening in this country. If we lived in a sane country, maybe I could have been a blockchain engineer somewhere. But the fact that we are here fighting these people for things that should have been resolved a long time ago, it is an indictment on these people. This is the picture that the president is painting. I'm available. But if you don't live in the suburbs of Sandton, I'm not available.
So I have encountered him, and you can make what you like of it. Do I deal with him? No. Do I meet him and sit down with him? No. Do I visit him at his house? No. Am I appalled at the allegations that are being made against him? Yes. I am appalled. And as I walk past that house, I know that that house was built with the money, as it is alleged, that was not properly acquired. And it is money that should have been spent on the health of our people. So the SIU has taken action, and I applaud that. And that is why I say we are making progress. The Special Investigating Unit is reclaiming stolen money, and we must support them and applaud them for the work that they are doing. Thank you.
You see that, guys? He's talking about the SIU collecting these assets and reclaiming the money, but he's saying nothing about these people and them being held accountable and thrown behind bars. So, according to the president, this is accountability. If you steal 50 million rands from the state and these people come to collect your assets worth of 7 million rands, according to the president, it is accountability. This is what accountability is to the president. If you steal 800 million rands from the people of Tembisa, the SIU can take 100 million rands of your property, and this is accountability to these people. No, do not throw him behind bars. No, I'm not going to talk about how these people should be thrown behind bars. I'm not going to talk about how these syndicates should be destroyed. No, I'm the president. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to clap hands for SIU, the same SIU that does not have the powers to arrest anybody. I'm just going to clap hands for the SIU, but I'm not going to take matters further. No, we are not taking the matters further. And he wants us to believe that this is accountability. He wants you to believe that this is accountability. This is garbage, man. It is garbage. Yes, we might laugh because we might laugh, but this is garbage. It is absolute garbage, guys. What are your thoughts? Please watch the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.